Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Melching, and today I'm going to show you how to properly check on your vehicle's maintenance and see, what needs to be done. But first, I want to explain to you what happens if you don't check on your vehicle's maintenance or maintenance records or, check up on it. What will happen is, you won't notice if something's low. Let's say your oil's low and your car doesn't tell you that your oil is low or it needs to be changed. What happens is that oil gets dirty and it reduces the life of that part of your engine. Same thing with tires. You don't rotate your tires go bald on one side and you gotta get new tires. It costs money. And it's everything on your car is a part. And if you don't check up on it, you will have to end up replacing that part. Meanwhile, you could just save a lot of time and a lot of money if you just check on your vehicle. It's so easy. Now let me show you. Hey guys, I also forgot to mention about parts being wore out, especially when I go through suspension and brakes and ball joints and everything. There are definitely some parts that are wore out, but you can't just tell by fluids on those. So yeah, because they don't require fluid. So first things first, you gotta pop your hood, just like that. Okay, first things first, now that I got the hood open, let's check the oil. Oil looks pretty good. It's in the safe. It's not too dirty. It's fairly fresh because I just put a quart in because this thing leaks. I forgot to mention about the color of the fluids. The darker it is, usually means there's more material in it, and so that usually means it needs to be changed. Too clean, maybe that might be a sign that something keeps getting fluid added for a reason. Now usually when you check your transmission fluid, you want to check it when the vehicle's running, but right now we're just looking at what it looks like just to check on the transmission's health. So same as the engine oil, we're going to check the transmission fluid. Right here, pull the dipstick, and you really want to look at the color of it. See how it's that bright, nice red? That's a good, oh look at that. It's a good color. You don't want your transmission fluid to look bright pink because that would mean it's fresh. And you don't want it to be too dark because that means you're eating your clutches up in your transmission. So usually that color right there, nice red, is perfect. Next thing to look at is your coolant. This is the radiator. Pop this when the vehicle's cold, but always check this first. Yeah, there's some in there. It's a little low because obviously something leaks. But check the radiator. Okay, there's some there. Alright, that's good. At least it's green, brand new and fresh. Hey guys, I promise this is the last time I'm going to be butting in, but always check your coolant when the car is cold and it hadn't been started in a while, or else you'll get a face full of coolant and it's not a good sign. Yeah, anyways. Another thing people don't really look at is your power steering fluid. Just like, your transmission and your engine oil, you want to check the level of it. Power steering fluid's exactly the same as transmission fluid in most cases, so yeah. Check it when it's cold and check it when it's hot. Here's a one-off thing. Check your brake fluid. See where the level is? Right under full, so that's perfect. Also want to check it, make sure there's no water in there. Looks great, so that's good to go. Next thing, let's check the tires. Since it's the one thing that touches the ground, it's very important to, check on the health of them. Things first, check the tread, check the wear, make sure there's no problems. Notice how it's nice and evenly worn. There's plenty of tread left. These are good tires. Good for who knows how many miles, but you do want to rotate them every now and then, so keep that in mind. Another thing to look for on tires is to look for cracking, see if the sidewall's cracking, or if you start to see splitting on the tire, it's not a good sign and you might need to look into a new pair sooner or later. Let's check the pressure. See this little valve stem right here? Get your air pressure gauge and just right there. These tires should be at 40, 35 to 40, and they are sitting at, come on, focus. There we go. Perfect. Now you're going to want to do that on all 4 tires, but I just did it on this one just to show you, what to look for. So, next thing, we're going to check on the suspension and the brakes. Okay, now that I got my truck jacked up safely, we're going to check on the wheel bearings, the ball joints, tie rods, and the brakes while we're down here. Super simple. First, check the tie rods, get the tire a good shake. Notice that movement. That's a prime example of what you don't want to see. I knew this is here. The truck wanders all over the road. It's fine. Next, ball joints. Top of the wheel, put your hand down here. You hear that and you feel that? Your ball joint's out. You probably should go get this replaced. That's coming for Christmas. I have to wait, sorry. Now, wheel bearing, give the wheel a good spin. Usually, you can feel a wheel bearing when you're driving. It'd feel like a vibration or something. I know these are fine. I don't hear any grinding or anything. These are A-okay. And lastly, let's look at the brakes. You know, I'm not taking my wheel off because I'm lazy. But let's give it a good look. I can see them perfectly. The rotors are nice and shiny, perfect, no deep scratches or grooving, and my brake pads have plenty of meat. That's it. That's all you need to do to check up on your car. It is so stupidly simple.